Hello, I am Neha Sharma. You are watching the program discussion on spiritual knowledge. Let us start with the program and know the views of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj versus the respected Acharya Shri Vijay Dharm Dhurandhar Sureshwar Ji Maharaj.
How is God, form or formless? There are two states of God. God is one state of the soul. If we consider that state with a physical body, consider it in a form of a body, then it is in form. Whereas if we consider it to be bodiless, then that is formless. We call the God with a physical body Arihant, because at that time when the Arihant establishes the Dharm Tirth, and after the establishment of Dharm Tirth, until he attains Nirvana, till then he is considered to be in form. And while remembering that time, the worship that is performed is the worship in form. And in our Jain way of worship, the formless worship, while ours is the Pindast and the Padtast way of worship in form, and while we contemplate the transformational state, and then in the transformational state, we contemplate the state of God in the form of the soul, then it is the formless worship. So, in the Jain tradition, both in form as well as the formless worship is present. And worship of God is done because our soul is also like Him. To attain a status like Him, worship is very essential. Therefore, in Jain's philosophy, in Jain religion, both worship in form and formlessness holds importance.
Do you believe in Vedas and Gita to be true?
I believe they are true.
Is Namonkar mantra the Onkar mantra of Vedas, that is Om mantra?
One thing I would like to say, Om is one type of mantra. There has never been the authority of any tradition over the mantra. And Om mantra is such which in present times has got involved in all traditions in some way, in almost all religions in one way or the other. Yes, I can say whether it is of the Vedas or not, but in our Jain agams, in our Jain literature, there is one verse about the origin of Om. Arihanta, Asharira, Ayariya, Vajjaya Munino, Panchakkara Nippanno, Omkaran Pancha Paramitthe. Irrespective of whether Om may be of the Vedas or whoever, regarding Om we believe in the Jain tradition that it is a synonym of Namaskar Mahamantra and is a short mantra, is the Ekakshari mantra and is the form of Namaskar Mahamantra. Jain tradition believes in this manner.
Does the rebirth happen of a Tirthankar?
Not at all. Rebirth does not happen of a Tirthankar.
These were the thoughts of the respected Acharya Shri Vijay Dharm Dhurandhar Sureshwar Ji Maharaj. And now let us know the views of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj.
Hail Satguru Dev Ji. Glory to Bandi Chhod Kabir Parmeshwar Ji. Glory to Bandi Chhod Garib Das Ji Maharaj Ji. Glory to Swami Ram Devanand Ji Guru Maharaj Ji. Glory to all saints, glory to all devotees, glory to all religious men, glory to Sri Kashi Dham, glory to Sri Chodani Dham, glory to Sri Karontha Dham, glory to Sri Barwala Dham, Sat Sahib.
गरीब नमो नमो सतपुरुष को नमस्कार गुरु के नहीं। सुर नर मुनि जन साधुआं संतों सर्वस्ती नहीं। सतगुरु साहेब संत सब डंडो तुम प्रणाम। आगे पीछे मध हुए तिनको जहाँ कुर्बान।
To fool others, these ignorant people say that one who becomes a Tirthankar, one who attains the title of Tirthankar, his rebirth does not happen. This is also their mistake. Rishabdev Ji was born. He became Baba Adam. See the book, Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane. This book is Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane. I had just showed this to you. The author is Praveen Chandra Jain, M.A. Shastri, Jambudweep, Hastinapur. The publisher is Mrs. Sunita Jain from Jambudweep, Hastinapur, Meerut. The printer is Dherendra Jain, New Rishabh Offset Printers, Meerut. Phone number so and so. Now in this I will show what was the next birth of Rishabdev Ji on page 154, Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane on 154th page. Question is, which all Tirthankar are worshipped in all religions? Shri Adinath, that means Rishabdev Ji. Who is Lord Adinath considered in the religion of Islam? Answer, Baba, Adam Baba. We have to remember that in Islam religion, Lord Adinath, that is Rishabdev Ji, was born as Baba Adam. Virtuous souls, now I will show you where did Baba Adam, that is Rishabdev Ji, go. He went to Pitralok. There is a common place where heaven on one side and there is a very wide Pitralok on the other side. Those who attain the Pitra life form, those souls reach that Pitralok. I will show you biography of Hazrat Muhammad. First, I will tell you verbally a little. A mule-like animal came from above and took Hazrat Muhammad Ji. A deity named Jabril took him above on a mule-like animal. It is told that he saw in heaven that a person was laughing when he looked to the right and was crying badly after seeing the left side. Hazrat Muhammad Ji asked from Jabril deity, from the angel, that who is this person? Why is he laughing and why is he crying? Jabril told that he is Baba Adam. On the right side are his noble children in heaven. Good children are happy. And on the left side is hell. In that hell, his ill-fated children are bearing great pain. When he looks at the right side, he becomes happy seeing his children happy, and on the left side, seeing his worthless children suffering in hell, they are being tortured, he is crying seeing them. Think, this benefit was received to Rishabdev Ji. Now this benefit happened to Rishabdev Ji with that worship. He went to Pitralok. He was born as Baba Adam. Is this called heaven? Now there is no peace even in that heaven to Rishabdev Ji, to Baba Adam. There also sometimes he is laughing, sometimes crying. So what is the difference between here and there? These worships have this benefit. And what this servant will tell, God has come and told, what will be the benefit from that? I will tell you that also. Now, look at biography of Hazrat Muhammad, the founder of Muslim religion. Biography of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The writer is Muhammad Inayatullah Subhani. This is the biography of Hazrat Muhammad Ji sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is their title, Muhammad Inayatullah. Inayatullah Subhani. The translator is Naseem Ghazi Falahi. They have written this in the Arabic language. He is the translator of Hindi. Markazi Maktaba, Islami Publishers, New Delhi. Islami Sahitya Trust, publication 81, all rights reserved. This is the original book translated in Hindi from Muhammad Arbi Urdu. The publisher is Markazi Maktaba, Islami Publishers, D307, Dawat Nagar, Abul Fazal Enclave, Jamia Nagar, New Delhi. These are their phone and fax numbers. The printer is HS Offset Printers, New Delhi. We will start from its 161st page. Dear Prophet Salal means Hazrat Muhammad is telling that tonight Burak named animal came on which I toured Baitul Maqdis. When I reached there, a group of nobles came, in which Ibrahim means all these notable people of Islam, religion and Christianity are in that Pitralok. Ibrahim alayhi salam was also there. Musa and Isa alayhi were also there. I got them all to pray namaz. Hazrat Muhammad is telling that in Pitralok, Musa ji and Isa ji, with whom Christianity has started, were there, and I got them all to pray namaz. Now we come to page 164. Dear Prophet means Hazrat Muhammad is telling, sitting with his true companions, he started talking about the many big gifts that Allah had given him. Hazrat Muhammad Ji is telling his colleagues, Muhammad Ji, the originator of Muslim religion, he described the experience of going to the sky from Baitul Maqdis. He also explained whatever spectacles of nature he saw there. You, that is Hazrat Muhammad Salal, Hazrat Muhammad told that in this way, Hazrat Jabrail alayhi first took me to the sky. There, Hazrat Adam alayhi, the father of humans, met. His condition was that when he looked to the right side, he used to become happy, means starts laughing, and looking on the left side, he would be filled with tears of sorrow, because on the right side was his noble children, the deeds of the good children were there, and on the left side were of the bad ones. Hazrat Adam alayhi saw you, Salal, that is, saw Hazrat Muhammad, and said, "You are welcome here, O noble prophet, O noble son." That Baba Adam is speaking to Hazrat Muhammad. You are welcome here, O noble prophet, O noble son. You, Salal, asked, Hazrat Muhammad asked Jabreel, he asked from the deity Jabreel, who is he? Jabreel replied, this is Baba. This is Adam alayhi, he is Baba Adam, father of all the people. Then Jabreel alayhi took you, Salal, to another sky. Then to the third, likewise they proceeded, which prophet you passed by. These nice words echoed in the ears. Now, pious souls, this is your good fortune, that God has relieved you from the crusher of Kal and made you sit here and has showered this nectar on you. If you step into any field, then we also need time for that. One child goes to study in school. To complete BA, he needs 14 years free. Then he can study 14, and then what does he get? An arrangement for daily bread. Even that may or may not happen. There is no guarantee. And this is such a big project of self-welfare, the work of great beneficence. You will also need time for this. You will have to attend this class if you want to get rid of here, else this disaster is ready. Now you have seen that Baba, that is Sri Rishabh Dev Ji, founder of the Jain religion, what did he become and how did he die? And this Kal does misery like this even to such a good soul. And then later the mantra he gave to Marichi, what misfortune happened to him. And Mahavir Jain, the same soul became Mahavir Jain. He had no guru. Further, he did not have scriptures-based worship. He himself did hypocrisy. He himself did hypocritical practice. Nonsense. Pakhand means nonsense. And he got these nonsense started further. The Jains of the present day are practicing that. What will be happening to them is understood. And the same Rishabh Dev Ji became Baba Adam. What misery is happening to him in heaven? There also he has no rest. Now God came and
ब्रह्मांड 2100 आग लगी है, कृत्रिम बाजी सभी ठगी है.
it is said in the 21 universes of this Kal there is suffering everywhere. No creature is happy. Now the context was
सुखदेव ने 84 भुगती बना पजावे खरबो, तेरी क्या बुनियाद प्राणी तू पंडा पंथ पकड़वो.
Now what is your status, souls? You adopt that path, adopt that way with which no suffering happens to you. You should never have birth and death. What has been told about that in Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ji, chapter number 4, verse number 5 and 9. chapter number 2, verse number 12, chapter number 10, verse number 2, the knowledge giver of Gita has made clear that Arjun, you and I have been born many times. You do not know, I know. Then in chapter number 8, verse number 5 and 7, it has been said that if you want to do my devotion, then fight, also continue your worship. Here you will not have peace. In chapter 8 of Gita Ji, verse number 13, it has been said, my one word mantra is Om for Brahm, Om iti ekaksharam, Brahm vyaharan mam anusamran, ye prayati tyajam deham sayati paramam gatim. There is one word, Om mantra of me, Brahm, only mantra Om, one word. And while chanting this, ye prayati tyajam deham, one who leaves his body, sayati paramam gatim, he will attain whatever benefits are obtained from Om. Where will he go? He will go to Brahmalok. He will go to Brahm heaven, and Gita Ji, chapter number 8, verse number 16, gives evidence that after attaining Brahmalok, all creatures who have gone there come back in birth and death. You have also seen the evidence. After receiving initiation from Rishabh Dev Ji, the soul of Marichi attained Brahmalok by chanting Om mantra, went to Brahma Swarg, called it Brahma Swarg or Brahmalok, and then he came, and how much suffering happened in his life. Therefore, in Gita Ji chapter number 7, verse number 18, it has been said that even my worship is inferior. These learned souls are, although good, are humble souls, but they are stuck in my inferior worship, anuttam, anuttamam. They are engrossed in my very bad worship. Therefore, in Gita Ji chapter number 18, verse number 62, it has been said that Arjun, in every respect you go in the refuge of that God, with whose grace you will attain the supreme peace and eternal ultimate abode, means Shashwat Sthanam, the everlasting immortal world, that is Satlok. Gita Ji, chapter number 4, verse number 25 till 31, it has been said that Arjun, some worship deities, some perform exhale-inhale activities, do pran-apan activities, and some do sacrifices. Some are non-violent, keep fast like strapping their mouth and walking barefoot. Some read scriptures daily, some chant some mantra, and every seeker considers his practice to be destroyer of sins. Therefore, he is doing otherwise. Seeker will abandon if he knows that it is not correct, is against holy scriptures. It has been said in chapter 4, verse 32, that the detailed information of various religious rituals of the devotional deeds is in Sachidanand Gahan Brahm's speech, Brahmane Mukhe. Here these translators have done the wrong translation. Brahmane Mukhe meaning they have done as speech of Vedas, they have done wrong. Brahmane means Sachidanand Ghan Brahma. In Gita Ji, chapter 17, verse 23, they have translated it correctly. Brahmane meaning they have done Sachidanand Ghan Brahma. So here the meaning of Brahmane Mukhe should have been the knowledge that is spoken from the mouth of Sachidanand Ghan Brahma. He has spoken from his lotus mouth. That speech is called Tattva Gyan, and that true spiritual knowledge in the speech of Sachidanand Ghan Brahma, this real knowledge, Tattva Gyan, true worship has been told in detail, knowing that you will never have any sin, you will be relieved from all deeds. In chapter 4, verse 34, it has been said that true spiritual knowledge, which Sachidanand Ghan Brahma himself has come and told from his lotus mouth, understand that from an enlightened saint, ask from him. The knowledge giver of Gita is ignorant about that knowledge, and by prostrating before him, by giving up dishonesty and asking question, that enlightened saint will tell you true spiritual knowledge of that God. That supreme God is different from the narrator of Gita. Then the identity of an enlightened saint has been told in chapter 15, verse 1, that this world is like upside down hanging tree, roots above and branches below, and the one who will explain all its divisions, parts, will knows its different parts, sah vedvit. He is an enlightened saint. He knows the meaning of the Vedas. He is the enlightened saint. 600 years ago, God Kabir came and told, अक्षर पुरुष एक पेड़ है, निरंजन वाकी डार, और तीनों देवा शाखा हैं, ये पात रूप संसार. Now look at a glimpse of the world-like tree. This is the world-like tree. The roots are invisible, hidden inside the earth. This is world-like tree. Consider the roots above as the complete God. Supreme God Purush means the complete God is the root, is the originator, and who is the trunk? Who is the trunk? Who is God? Which God is the branch? Who are the leaves? Which God is the branch? Who are the leaves? One who will be able to explain this in detail, Gita Ji chapter number 15, verse number 1 to 4 and 16-17, who is above this in complete form will be understood. This above is the root, the complete God, Purna Brahma Parmeshwar Paramakshar Brahm, this much portion, and part which is visible outside, this trunk immediately outside the earth. This is Akshar Purush, this is also called Parabrahm. With this one branch has come out. Consider this Brahm, consider this Jyoti Niranjan, owner of 21 universes where we are living. After this there are 3 branches, sons of Brahma, Rajgun Brahma, Satgun Vishnu, Tamgun Shivji. These are the branches and we are the leaves. God came and told Kabir Ji,
अक्षर पुरुष एक पेड़ है, निरंजन वाकी डार, और तीनों देवा शाखा हैं, ये पात रूप संसार.
Now I will show you in Gita Ji chapter number 15, verse 1 to 4. The intention is to explain like you heard one sentence of God in Sachidanand Gahana Brahm speech.
सुखदेव ने 84 भुगती बिना पजावे खरगो, तेरी क्या बुनियाद पुरानी तू पेंडा पंथ पकड़े वो हो.
A sage like Sukhdev who suffered in 84 lakh life forms ever bear a life of a donkey? Then what about you? If you will not do true worship, how will you be saved? You do not even have that worship which those sages used to do. Still such suffering happened to them. Now adopt that path. Adopt that way in which you will get rid of this. That information is being given to you now. Listen to this very carefully. Now look, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Jai Dayal Goenka is its translator. This has been published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Now see, I will show you chapter number 15, verse 1. This is Ath Panchadasho, chapter 15th. This is the first mantra. Urdhav Moolam Adhay Shakham. Urdhav means above are the roots, origin, and below are the branches. Adhay Shakham, Ashwatham, Praho, Avyayam. Chandasi Yasya Pranani, Yeh Tam Ved Sah Vedvit. Its simple meaning is that upside is the root. Consider it complete God of this world-like tree, as plant has originated from the seed and the whole plant gets nourishment from the root, means Lord of all, the nurturer of everyone. That complete God is up, above in Satlok, in Sachkhand, and Adhay Shakham. Now the knowledge giver of Gita has only told 2 points. Upside is the root and below are the branches of the upside down hanging world-like tree. And Chandasi means its divisions, leaves, etc. are called its parts, and Yatam Ved, all these divisions, leaves, etc. Chand means its divisions, sections. Who will tell? Yatam Ved, who knows Sah Vedvit. He is the knower of Vedas, he knows the truth, he is an enlightened saint. Now see that translation from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Adi Purush, God the originator, means consider root is the complete God, is almighty. Adhay Shakham, they have made a mistake here. Brahma Roop with the main branch. No, Adhay Shakham with branches downwards. Look here, Adhay means Adhay has been written twice in the second verse in chapter 15, and they themselves have translated it here. Adhay means down, Adhay means down. So we will correct this here. They are distracted. They did not have true spiritual knowledge. They have guessed where their mind could not work. They have guessed. Urdhav Moolam with roots above and below are the branches. Adhay Shakham, below are the branches. The world-like people tree is called immortal. Ved, they have done Chandasi means Ved. No, they are its pieces. Those leaves, etc., are its pieces and are called its leaves, and the person who is familiar with the origin of that tree-like world, who will explain from roots to leaves that Sah Vedvit is the knower of the meaning of Vedas. He is an enlightened saint. Now look in the second. The three qualities form of that world tree. Three qualities form. Now here, this is the code word. Rajgun Brahmaji, Satgun Vishnuji, Tamgun Shivji form. Three qualities form are the branches. This Vishay Pravala, see it's Sanskrit as well. Vishay Pravala branch. These are the eternal form branches. These are the Vishay Bhog branches. These are extended below and upwards. They are not everywhere. This Urdhav means above and spread below. In human world, that is on this earth, to tie according to karma in the human world, these are the main reason to keep trapped. These Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh Ji, three qualities, and below and above in these regions, no below and above. This knowledge is spoken on this earth. Above is the heaven, below is the nether world. In three regions, these three gods have the range. Their lordship has been spread. Now here, one concept needs to be clear, that what are the three qualities? Then this will be understood ahead. Now look, Markandeya Puran, I will show in this, call them Rajgun Brahma, Satgun Vishnu, call him Tamgun Shivji, or call three qualities, it's same. Look, this is Markandeya Puran. This has been published from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Markandeya Puran with pictures, bold print, only Hindi. This has been published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. This has been published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. We come down on page 122. Here Markandeya Ji said, Mune, Markandeya Ji is telling this. Now we come to page 123. In this way, created on its own, God has three stages. Rajgun dominated Brahma, Tamogun dominated Rudra, and Satogun dominated Sustainer of the world is Vishnu. And these are three gods, and these are three qualities. Now understand the code words from here. Who are those three qualities? Brahmaji, Vishnuji, Shivji, Rajgun Brahma, Satgun Vishnu, Tamgun Shivji. By souls, a hint is sufficient to a wise man. Still, these ignorance have created so much ignorance, fake saint gurus. If you are not shown the evidence, you will not believe. Therefore, to clear one concept, you are shown 4-5 evidences, then this mind accepts. Then the soul accepts that we truly were wrong. Look at this. Srimad Devi Bhagavat with Hindi part 1. From where has this been published? Ath Devi Bhagavatam Sabhashtikam Samahatmayam, Khemraj Sri Krishnadas publication, Bombay 4. I will show you its third part. Ath Srimad Devi Bhagavate Bhasha Tika Yukte. Third part starts. Now we come to its 11th page. This is 11. Devi Bhagavat. Third part, chapter 5, it's mantra number 8. God Shiva says, he is asking from his mother, O mother, if you are always kind to us, then why did you equip me with Tamogun and Brahma Rajogun and have made Hari Satogun? Why have you made? Look here. Now we will read Sanskrit. In this, Sanskrit is also along with which is one more facility for us. This is the 8th verse. Yadi daya dramana na sadambike kathamha vihit cha. Why did you make me tamogun? Why did you make me tamogun? And Kamalashch, who was originated from lotus. Brahm Kamalashch means Brahma. Rajogun Sambhavaha. Suvithaha Kimu Satvo Gun Harihi. And why did you make Vishnu Satgun? Hence proved Rajgun Brahma, Satgun Vishnu, Tamgun Shivji. Now the three qualities form branches. God has said, God Kabir. Kabir Akshar Purush ek ped hai, Niranjan Vaki Dar. This Niranjan, Kshar Purush, is called Brahm. This Kal, Jyoti Niranjan Kal,
और तीनों देवा शाखा हैं भाई पाते रूप संसार.
Now Gita ji is telling in the first mantra of the 15th chapter that the one who will tell this inverted world like tree along with leaves from the origin to the leaves will tell all different divisions Sahavedvit. He knows the meaning of Vedas. That means he is an enlightened saint. Now in this, God has clarified that Akshar Purush ek ped hai, that is the tree which appears outside the earth, which is visible outside the earth, is called a tree. What are its parts? This trunk, Tana, is the tree. So the trunk is Akshar Purush, and a thick branch that comes from it is Kshar Purush, that is Jyoti Niranjan. Kal is Brahma, and that trunk has three branches: Rajguna Brahma, Satguna Vishnu, Tamguna Shivji. They are sons of this Brahma, sons of Kal. Durga is their mother, and beyond this, we are, the world are leaves. Now, pious souls, the servant is bringing you face to face verses 1, 2, 3, 4, chapter number 15 of Gita Ji, because it has been written in it after the attainment of that enlightened saint. With this Tattva Gyan form weapon, remove the ignorance form complication by resolving by understanding. After that, one should search for that supreme state of that supreme God, going where the seekers never come again into this world. They attain complete salvation. They attain the eternal place, and the God who has created all the universes, only He should be worshipped and no one else. The narrator of Gita is finalizing this. Now you read Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ji. Pious souls, God has told in His speech, in Sachidanand Ghan Brahm speech, Satguru bin kahu na paya gyana, jo thota bhus chade mood kisana. Guru bin ved padhe jo prani, samjhna sar rahe agyani. Guru bin ved padhe jo prani. Gurus were fake also who did not understand Vedas and Gita to date. They were not gurus, they were all fake, who ruined the whole world. They kept us trapped in the web of Kal. Now see, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number Panchodash, 15th chapter, and this is first mantra. Now, it will be very easy to understand. Urdhav Moolam Adhay Shakham. Ashwatham, Prahu, Avyayam, upside are the roots and below are branches. This is called world-like eternal people tree. Chandasi, Yasya Pranani, Yahtam Ved, one who knows all its divisions including leaves. Yatam Ved, one who knows that is hidden in darkness. Sahavedvit, he knows the meaning of Vedas, that is, he is an enlightened saint. Now we have read this. You have also read the second one. The three qualities form branches of that world-like tree, Rajguna Brahma, Satguna Vishnu and Tamguna Shivji, have been spread upwards and below. Now we will read the third, the form of this world tree. Now the knowledge giver of Gita says that as I am giving you the knowledge, I am telling you the form of this world-like tree. The form of this world tree as is told that I will not be able to tell that knowledge of Gita Ji in this discussion. Means in this discussion of Gita Ji between you and me, because I do not have complete knowledge. The knowledge giver of Gita is accepting it. The real form of this world-like tree is not found in the discussion of Gita Ji. I will not be able to tell because neither it has the beginning nor the end, and not even its state is good. That is, even he is not aware, therefore he is saying this. Therefore, this Suvirudhamulam of very strong origin, not this, of very strong origin, because the origin, root is the complete God. That place is an eternal place that is never destroyed. That is an immortal place. This people tree, Dradhen, Asang Shastrain Chitva, Vairagya Roop weapon, no cut with knowledge form weapon means by understanding this, by knowing after attaining an enlightened saint, after that one should search for that supreme God, going where the soul never come back to this world. They do not suffer like how Marichi and Rishabdev ji are suffering, and also happened to Sukhdev ji. Then they do not come back to this world, and from the God, the ancient world tree has expanded. The God who has created all the universes, I am in the refuge of the same eternal God. In this way, by deciding you should meditate and remember that God, the knowledge giver of Gita is strongly saying about the worship of another God. Now, pious souls, it is very easy to attain God. You should have firm determination in your heart that the spiritual practice you are doing is final and He is only God. This is difficult. Until this happens, you will be confused. The agents of Kal will keep you confused. Then your downfall will start. In Gita Ji chapter number 2, verse number 53, it has been said that Arjun, when your mind that is confused by the misleading paths will become steady on one divine element, will remain firm on true spiritual knowledge, then you will attain the state of perfect yoga. Then your worship will start. Now the context is
कि अक्सर पुरुष एक पेड़ है, निरंजन वाकी डार.
You saw this picture. This is the upside down hanging world-like tree. God Kabir ji has said, Akshar Purush ek ped hai. Consider this trunk as Akshar Purush. And Akshar Purush, this Jyoti Niranjan, is its branch. The three deities Rajgun Brahma, Satgun Vishnu, Tamgun Shivji form are its branches, and this tree form is the world. And in Gita Ji, it is written in chapter 15, first verse, that all its divisions, who is the root? Call him Paramakshar Purush, call Paramakshar Brahm. So who will explain this in detail? Sahavedvit, he is an enlightened saint, he knows the meaning of Vedas. Now I am showing you Gita Ji, chapter 15, verse 16 and 17, where three gods, three lords, Akshar Purush, and Uttam Purush hai to anya. In Gita Ji, chapter number 8, verse 1, Arjun asked, O Lord, in chapter 7, verse 29, the information that you have provided about the Tat Brahm, that based on this knowledge given by me, search for an enlightened saint. After that, the enlightened saint will give you the information about that divine God. So, one who takes shelter of this knowledge becomes acquainted with eternal God and becomes familiar with the entire spiritual path, the spiritual knowledge, and is familiar with all the deeds. After that, the person only tries to get rid of old age and death and does not demand anything of this world. Now, Arjun asked in chapter 8 in the first verse, Kim Tat Brahm? What is that Tat Brahm? In chapter 8 in the third verse, the knowledge giver of Gita has said that he is Paramakshar Brahm. Now, pious souls, three gods, which God Kabir has come and told 600 years ago. Now this Kal spoke the knowledge of Gita by entering Sri Krishna. Due to fear of God, he said almost all truths, but somewhere he gave in the code words. Today God has blessed this slave. These code words, these deep secrets are being revealed to you. You will understand them easily. The job of the teacher is to understand the deep secrets of the scriptures and explain to the public. And we followed these fake sages, saints who knew Sanskrit language but did not know ABC of Vedas and Gita. And we considered them to be knowledgeable, were listening to their folklores, and all our ancestors went away and destroyed their lives. They have committed a great crime with us. No matter if someone cheats you for 10, 20, 50,000, it's nothing. That is not a big deal. He cheats you by lying for 2 lakh, 10 lakhs, that loss can be fulfilled. These fake saints, gurus are cheating with human life, and still they are cheating. Even now they are misleading the devotees that Rampal is a critic. Do not listen to him, to his words. Do not listen to his knowledge. They are the enemies of society. They are not the well-wishers of society. They do not want these souls should reach God. Consider them the firm agents of Kal. Today no one is a child. Everybody is educated. Holy scriptures are in front of us. They are with us. We can understand easily. You have to avoid these fake gurus yourself. They will not let you come on the true path. Now, Rishabh Dev Ji did Brahma worship, chanted Om Mantra. Also his grandson, Marichi Ji. What misery happened to him. Now I will show what suffering happened to Mahavir Jain. Now it has become clear that Marichi took initiation from Rishabh Dev, who was the first Tirthankar, and how much trouble did the same soul bear in between. What did the same soul of Mahavir Jain became ahead? Now look in their book itself. This book is Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane, Dharam Manch question and answer series. The writer is Praveen Chandra Jain, M.A. Shastri, Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane. The writer is Praveen Chandra Jain, M.A. Shastri, Jambu Dweep, Hastinapur. The publisher is Srimati Sunita Jain, Jambu Dweep, Hastinapur, Meerut, in Uttar Pradesh. From where has it been published? The printer is Dhirendra Jain, New Rishabh Offset Printers, Meerut. Some part has been cut. We will start from the 293rd page. Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane, special content. What are the other names of God Sri Mahavir? The answer is other 5 names are Veer, Ativir, Sanmati, Mahavir and Vardhaman. Now we move ahead on page 294 and question number 3351. From where does the life narration of Sri Mahavir God start? From Pururva named Bhil. Where did the soul of Lord Sri Mahavir go from the body of Pururva? First, he became a deity in Saudharma heaven with a life equal to the lifespan of a sea. What happened to the creature Lord Sri Mahavir after he came from first heaven? Answer: he was born as the eldest son Marichi to Queen Anantmati and King Bharat. This is the same Marichi, the grandson of Rishabh Dev. And later the same creature became Mahavir Jain. We come to topic of our interest on page number 295. After leaving Nigod, where did the soul of Lord Mahavir go? He held several bodies, creatures. He obtained many life forms. How? 1,000 times became arc tree, 80,000 forms of snail, 20,000 times forms of the neem tree, 90,000 times forms of keli tree, means became the keli tree, 3,000 times forms of chandan tree, 5 crore times kaneer, oleander tree, 60,000 times as prostitute's body, prostitute, and 5 crore times the life of a hunter, 20 crore times as an elephant, 60 crore times life form of a donkey, oh my god, 30 crores times life of a dog, 60 crore times impotent, 20 crore times as a female, 90 lakh times as a washerman, 8 crore times as a horse, 20 crore times the body of a cat, and 60 lakh times he died due to miscarriage. He died in mother's womb, and 80 lakh times he became a deity. Only 80 lakh times he became deity. He became a donkey, dog, 30 crore times dog. One life of a dog is enough to ruin all these deity lives. One life of a dog is enough with bugs in the head, infection, leg may break, no idea where he would be during winters, and 60 crore times the life of a donkey. Why, souls? This work is of a teacher. To understand the scriptures themselves, practice themselves, experience and do worship, there is inspiration of God from within, then God provides true spiritual knowledge. Now see its conclusion is that Rishabh Dev Ji took initiation from some saint. After that he did worship, and then for 1,000 years, Rishabh Dev Ji did meditation. After that, when he finished his practice, then he immediately made Marichi his first disciple. And later, the same became Mahavir Jain. So means, what was the misfortune of a creature who worshipped Om Mantra according to the Vedas? He became a deity 80 lakh times. And you have seen the rest of the history. He endured countless sufferings. 60 crore times donkey, 30 crore times dog, 20 crore times cat. Oh my God. By souls, it is so scary. So much suffering is happening to us and we are still not opening our eyes. We are not recognizing true spiritual knowledge. We are not identifying God. Now what will happen? Misery continued for that soul of Mahavir. Later, this same soul of Marichi became Mahavir Jain. It has been written in the history of Mahavir Jain Ji that he did not make any guru and left home as a monk and started living naked. He used to practice on his own. He did forced worship for few days, then he started expressing his own thoughts in public. Now the current worship in Jainism is the one started by Mahavir Jain Ji, 363 hypocritical. Pakhandmat means nonsense practices. The entire Jain religion is following them. Now, how much suffering happened to Marichi, who worshipped according to the Vedas by acquiring the Guru according to the tradition? Let us revise once again in case don't remember. Look, this is the same book, Aao Jain Dharam Ko Jane. The writer is Praveen Chandra Jain, M.A. Shastri, Jambudweep, Hastinapur. I will show you some. Now this suffering is of that creature who did worship while living in the Guru tradition of this Kal of the soul of Marichi. Look at this. I will show a bit. 60,000 times prostitute's body. 5 crore times the life of a hunter was made a hunter. Kal got so many ill deeds accumulated. 20 crore times life form of an elephant, 60 crore times life form of a donkey, 30 crore times life form of a dog, 30 crore times an impotent, 20 crore times as a female, 90 lakh times as a washerman, 8 crore times as a horse, 20 crore times as a cat, 60 lakh times died due to miscarriage. Only 80 lakh times he became a deity. For only 80 lakh times he became deity, and then so much misery. This misery is of that creature who was duly practicing by remaining in Guru tradition of Kal. After that, he also went to hell, the soul of Marichi. Then he went to the first hell. Then he became Mahavir Jain. He became the 24th Tirthankar, God Sri Mahavir Jain. Then he became God Mahavir. How many Pakhandmat, hypocritical practice did the creature of Lord Mahavir start? He started 363 Pakhandmat. By souls, this has come to a decisive moment. This correct spiritual knowledge of God. Now we cannot describe what misery would have happened to Mahavir Jain because he did not make any guru and started Pakhandmat. Pakhandmat means arbitrary worship by abandoning scriptures-based worship. He started it, which all the followers of Jainism are presently practicing that. So what will happen to them? It is needless to say, it can be understood. God used to say,
Niranjan dan tera darbar niranjan dan tera darbar jahan par tanik na nyay vichar. कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधो यहाँ सब उल्टा व्यवहार. सच्चों को तो ये झूठा बतावे, इन झूठों का एतबार. निरंजन धन तेरा दरबार निरंजन धन तेरा दरबार जहाँ पर तनिक ना न्याय विचार.
आप सुन रहे थे जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के मंगल प्रवचन। अधिक जानकारी के लिए विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.jagatgururampalji.org। संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के शुभ आशीर्वाद से पूरे विश्व भर में 500 से भी ज्यादा नाम दीक्षा केंद्र हैं, जिन पर संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी द्वारा ऑनलाइन निशुल्क नाम दीक्षा दी जा रही है। अपने नजदीकी नाम दीक्षा केंद्र का पता करने के लिए संपर्क करें 8222880541।